What's going on, guys? So today on this SHOKY transforming quickie thing, we're going to take a look at something new from the 52 Toys BEASTBox line, and it is the BB14 Leviathan. Now, I was looking forward to getting this one for a while, and of course, if you saw my out the box, or in the kitchen, god dang it. If you saw my in the kitchen video, I got it a while back, and my patrons actually got to see an out the box review of this already. So if you're not a patron, you didn't get to see that. So of course, you got a nice bluish, kind of purplish box here. You got an image of Leviathan here. 52 Toys logo there, a little ding right there. I don't know what happened, and an interesting new logo there. I think that's the same one that was on Pinchy, if I remember correctly. So I guess they have like an undersea variety. Come around here, and you got a nice little image of it there. So you got the Leviathan. And then a couple other little guys. That's kind of cool. And you come to the back, and you get the same kind of things. Nice artistic drawing there. You got it, and then you see what's another tiny little sub. Same thing there, and a little tiny JoJo. Made in China. Copyright 2019. All the warnings and stuff like that. Instruction. I don't know why it says instruction. Beast mode, box mode. Stuff on the bottom. Now, he does come in mostly beast mode, so to speak. All his little accessories and stuff in there. The instructions and everything are on the inside, along with, I don't know what that was. That was a loud helicopter or something. Sorry, that distracted me. But it comes with all the stuff in there. And one thing I like about these, they do come with the box charger. So there's only been a couple that don't. So let's get them out here and take a look. Okay, so here he is. Now, I do have it in the box charger because that's what you do. Now, with ones like this, I'm not entirely certain which way it's supposed to go. It could be that way, but I actually kind of like it there. So you got the air stuff. I wanted to just inhale, but it wasn't good. All right, and as usual, you just open that. I don't put the little plastic spring thing in there because I feel like it's pointless, but, you know, it's in there. And, of course, with the box chargers, you can connect them all in almost every direction, which is neat in and of itself. So I'll just set that back there. I'm going to look at Leviathan in cube mode, and in there you can see he's stored all his little friends. It says spherical, and then there's a hole right there, like an actual peg hole with and it's got an arrow pointing at it, like something should plug in there. There's no reference at all for that. Come around here, you got some silver paint, you got some silver plastic, more silver paint, blue plastic, and what we already saw here, we got air, and then 5,000 or 52,022 psi. That's a lot. And this is definitely orange with some gray paint on and some silver paint and tampoed on there, and then this gray piece. And there's a big hole right there, which I think is used in transformation, but I'm just going to say this now before I get too far into this. This is definitely the least cool one they've done. Like, out of all the ones that I've gotten, which is most of them so far, this one is definitely, like, the least effort. It also feels the lightest and the strangest. I don't even know how to put it. Okay, so we're going to transform. It's super easy. You just unplug this. You just got the little tab here. It goes into the front fins, into the back thrusters there. Go ahead and unplug that. Oh, I said unplug that. And then you want to come back here. I was confused how to get this guy out. I always feel like there's something I'm missing. Okay, yeah. So that's on a slider. So you want to pull that out and forward, and then all of this can move. That's what I always forget. So there's a little locking mechanism. I think it's that right there. And so whenever that slides in and out, that locks into place. So that's my bad. I always forget that. Wow. And then occasionally I end up removing the whole thing by accident. Now, see, once again, this big hole is here. And even if you pull it up all the way, that doesn't tab into anything. So I'm still trying to figure out what is supposed to plug into there. It's weird. I'm not going to lie. Because that doesn't even plug in anybody there. And that's just like it is. I guess maybe if this is supposed to come up high enough. Hold on. Let me see something. So if that comes down like that, so that's just got that big tab in it. No, there's nothing for that. That's weird. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But it's just got this little fin. So pull that up, pull this up till it laps into place. Flip over the rear tail and then fold out the front flippers. And there you go. There he is in submarine whale mode. Because this one's not a robot. This one is a sub. It's actually a tool to be used by other BEASTBoxes, which I find to be a little weird. Not gonna lie, obviously nothing much has changed, except now you see a little fin there. Obviously this tank has now popped up. His tail is now up. A little dusty already. And of course you can see the little molded in thrusters back there, trying to show the fins, like the turbines are there, and it's just a thing. And also, really big hole there, as if it's supposed to be on a stand or something. Like, what? I don't get it. Like even if this can't even reach far enough to get up there. So it's like there's stuff that's missing from this, if I'm honest. As for articulation, the tail can move and it can spin. That's that. And of course this is like a swimming motion, although it's a submarine, you don't need that. These move, also completely unneeded. So, I mean, what is the point? Now, he does come with accessories, which is, I guess, the interesting part. So you can flip up the cockpit area, and you get a little robot manta ray, which is super cute. Got purple. I love the fade job on there, and then the tampo details and some orange eyes, which is just awesome, not gonna lie. And it does have a big old peg sticking out the top of it. We'll look at that here in a second. He also has what appears to be another tiny whale. It's orange, and definitely like a little mini sub, like that. It's pretty cool, not gonna lie, but it doesn't do anything else. It's gotta be this way. It's the only way I can see it. It looks like a tiny blue whale, but it's actually a tiny orange whale. And so like, it doesn't stand. Like, I could understand if it came with something, you know, like the Parrot did, to like mount it onto the box charger, but there's nothing. It's really strange. And he does come with a cockpit that looks like this, two big seats in it. But then it comes with a JoJo that just mounts to that center peg. Now, it's a decently molded little JoJo. Lots of details. I mean, if I want to, I could paint that. You know, you could paint that up to look like, well, any of the JoJos. I don't think I'm going to do that because that's a lot of small painting, and I kind of suck at that, if I'm totally honest. And it's just that slot right there is what sits on the peg. But I mean, like, as it goes, like, the plastic doesn't feel as good. It definitely feels like a lighter plastic. And I don't know. It's like, because the gimmick is just that it's a vehicle, it doesn't really work for anything else. Especially considering it doesn't have other vehicles or other small creatures that can go in there. The JoJo is fine, except for the fact that it doesn't do anything. It just sits there. I mean, is it weird? Like, I mean, I like BEASTBoxes. I do. I've been a fan of them ever since I found them. This one is just not anything special. Like, it doesn't have any character. It's a vehicle. And then the thing that you would think it would have character, it would be this, and it's not even painted. Like, they took the time to paint these, but not this guy. And not gonna lie, it's not the easiest thing in the world to get him onto that slot. It's doable, but it ain't easy. It looks fine. Like, this is one of the few I could see a kid playing with. Like, you could take this in a tub. I wouldn't take the small ones in the tub, but you could take the whole thing in the tub and swoosh, you know, that would be fine. But then also, like, these guys here who just seem like an afterthought. Like, I don't even remember them in the advertisements for this. It wasn't until I got the box and went, it comes with little mini things? And they can go into any of these small holes. I mean, and that's fine, except for the fact that you don't do anything else with them. Like, this reminds me of something like from Mighty Max or Polly Pocket or something like that. But as it goes, like, it doesn't remind me of BEASTBox in any way, other than being something of a thing that can turn into a box. And like I said, if they gave you a prop or something so that this could be like floating, and here's the thing, this isn't meant to scale with any other BEASTBox. Obviously, tiny JoJo in it means this should be big enough for a JoJo to ride in. That would have been awesome. I'd have paid some good money to have this, like, huge, like an actual giant one that a real JoJo could fit in. Would have been awesome, especially for like playing with some of the other figures to ride around in. That would have been amazing. Plus, if it came with these two guys with it, that would be really, really neat. But just, I'm left just wanting more with this. Like I said, the plastic feels lighter. It feels hollow. It feels boring. And frankly, I can't figure out for the life of me what all these extra holes are for. Like that. What is supposed to go there? Like, there's nothing on this that reaches that hole, regardless of where you plug it in. So it's maybe down the line they're going to have expansions? And they'll have more stuff to add on to this or something? I don't know. Also, I've been watching a whole lot of either Jacksepticeye or PewDiePie play Subnautica, and this definitely reminds me of something from Subnautica. But yeah, see, for the most part, that is just meant to slot into there to keep that from moving when it's in box mode. It just, I don't know, guys. I don't know about this one. Feels like an incomplete project. Like they were going somewhere with it and then just did not finish the idea. Like, because even this slot here doesn't slot into anything. But what is that for? Just tell me. And you got a couple holes there that would make it look like that should do something. I don't know. Oh, actually, that's... Never mind. I just figured out what that slot was for. I think keep inhaling spit or something. I mean, it's a neat looking whale thing, but it's just not impressive in the end run. As BEASTBoxes go, it's just boring, well, not worth the money. If you catch it on sale, or if you just have to have it, or you really just want to give it to a little kid that you can trust to play with in the tub, but also be very wary of small parts. You don't want anything bad happening in that arena. But that's going to be it, guys. I will say the other two that I got with this are far more interesting, far more fun. So I'll come back for those reviews next time. But until then, remember, as always, to keep on nerding.